Good morning, good evening, guys, wherever you are. I'm making this video to teach you how I went from this fat fuck right here, alcoholic in university, you know, that was vacation in south of France, in Cannes, on the side of the beach, feet in the sand, and a rosé bottle of champagne in my mouth. I was 94 kilos by then. It was all fat, no muscles. And that's the pretty much fattest I've been. How I went from this to the most shredded guy I've ever been. So my path was 2.5 years, right? This was 2 years into the path. And then after this, I went bulking. But what basically happened in this transformation, in my transformation to today, is that I lost 20 kilos of fat, right? As I've written here. How I've lost 20 kilos of fat and built shredded abs with zero cardio and without tracking my macros. And I lost 20 kilos of fat. And then I gained 20 kilos of muscle. So I went from this fat guy to really skinny. Pretty fucking skinny. And then got massive. And this ripped picture here is before I got massive. I mean, I was pretty big already. If you ask me, how compared to how skinny I was after this, like, I was a fucking small man, you'll see later. This was big for me. But then after this, I went bulking. And I trained the correct way, and I fucking doubled in size. Now, if you don't know me, maybe you've been watching me for a year, maybe 2 years on Instagram. But I'm making this video now because I want to help you change. I've changed, now I need to help you change. So, if you don't know me, I was just a classic student in England. I'm French, I'm from France, but I went to study in England. Then I was an alcoholic like this, going out clubbing twice, 3 times a week. Playing video games, fucking 8 to 16 hours. But you'll learn more about me in later slides. What you need to know right now is that I'm just a normal fucking guy. And I was a fat fucking loser because I was put in the wrong spot in my life. Like geographically, mentally, I was just in the wrong spot. What's the word I'm looking for? I was exposed to a life that was not going to make anything of me. And I needed to change that, to make everything happen. Like, change my mind. I wanted to say change my body, but that's not what happens. First, you change your mind. And then, your body changes. You can't change your body without changing your mind. If you do that, it means you'll become fat again this winter. You grind to get the summer body, somehow you manage, but you haven't changed your mindset, it means this winter you're getting fat again. And then the next year you'll do it again and you'll be like, oh, I keep going on diet and it doesn't work. Anyway, so the method I've used, I've called this, the method I've used, right, is the human regime. I don't know if you know, you probably don't know, but in French, the word diet is translated by regime, but it's pronounced regime. It has a different meaning, right? Regime. It has the same meaning as a political regime, which means you don't change your food habits like a diet, you change everything. Like a new political regime of life, but it's not a political regime. It's you, it's your life. You need to review your laws, right? Because it's a new regime, new laws, new paradigm, new president, new everything. Everything changes under a new regime. That's what you need to see here. I call it the human regime because in the past 100 years, we haven't been eating human foods, especially in the past 50 years. It was mostly capitalistic bullshit. And capitalism was trying to make money from you. And the way that they did that was by selling you sugar, because sugar is very cheap to make. and you get addicted to it, so you buy a whole lot of it. So I like to say that the past 60, 70 years were the capitalistic diet, capitalistic regime, you could say. It wasn't based on you, what you need as a human. It was based on what capitalism needs to make the most money out of humans. And I've changed it to the human regime. You need to change everything in your life in a way that works for you. The human. You are the human, not the fucking society of capitalism and trying to make money from you, right? You need to change everything around you in a way that everything goes in your way. You want to improve your life, your life. Anyway, next slide. I've been yapping. So, before this human regime I've implemented in my life, I was the laziest guy I knew. This is me. This is me drunk on my balcony. My balcony is just behind here. That was like 3 years ago, I think, or 2.5 years probably. I'm laying down in my vomit. You can't see it, but there's vomit all over the floor here. After a night out, I was trying to sit on this chair, right? But I fell. And then I was too lazy to stand back up. So I just stayed asleep in my vomit. Yeah. Anyway. I was the laziest guy I knew. For the past 20 years of my life, I'm looking at the timer because I need to not yap too much. For the past 20 years of my life, I've been playing video games. I've been addicted to video games. That was my biggest problem. I wasn't really doing drugs. I was just addicted to video games like a motherfucker. I would play 8 to 16 hour days of fucking video games. Like if I wasn't at school, I was playing video games. So on the weekends I would play 16 hours easy. And when I say the laziest, I wouldn't do anything outside of video games. And I would cancel plans with people to stay at home playing video games. And I would just wake up, go play video games, do the bare minimum so that my mom doesn't fucking throw my computer out the window, play video games, and then go back to sleep. That was basically my fucking life. So, playing 16 hours a day. I was chronically depressed my whole life. So, my parents are a psychiatrist and a psychologist. Both of them work in this business. And I've been told that we are a family of chronically depressed people. And when you're a kid and someone puts this idea in your head, you think it's real. So I thought my whole life that I was just like this and I couldn't change, right? I was just born with this DNA that makes me a fucking piece of shit depressed fucker. Which was actually wrong. I realized when I changed. During the human regime, I changed that, and now I don't get depressed at all anymore. Unless something fucking dramatic happens, like someone dies. But I used to get depressed all the time from girls and shit like that. Now it doesn't happen. Because the mind is different. I don't think about, sad stuff in the same way that I used to. And I thought I was born unlucky. As I told you, I thought I was born chronically depressed and that's it, that's my DNA. And I thought I was born unlucky because I've been quite lucky in terms of, like, my parents have put me in good schools. My parents have always given me what I needed, technically, like on anything material that you could buy, I could have it. But I wasn't interested in anything else than video games anyway. But anything else that I was trying to do, like with girls, and with, trying to make money online real quick or something, I was just failing every time. I was always failing, always miserable, so I thought I was just born unlucky. I didn't see the luck I had in my life about my parents being able to provide for me like that. I didn't see this. I just knew I was unlucky because I didn't manage to get girls how I wanted, didn't manage to get money how I wanted. That's who I was before. Now after the human regime, I've had permanent physical change. Like, I have abs now. This picture isn't really great for my abs, but it's at what I think it's 4 a.m. I was doing human flag at 4 a.m. And when I say permanent physical change, it's because I can't like change my routine now. It's fucking not implemented, but engraved. I can't change it. If I change it, I'm gonna fall back down to this person. So it's permanent physical change. It's not happening that I'm falling back down. No more vices. I don't drink anymore. I don't stay around people that damage their life. Because being around these people damages your life. I don't play video games at all anymore. I used to play 16 hours, sometimes 20 hours. And now I don't play any video games at all because I've realized that video games bring nothing good to your life. No, they don't increase your fucking finger reflexes. They don't. They don't improve your brain. They don't. It's all cope. I can talk about this in another video, but I'm already at fucking 11 minutes of yapping right now. Anyway. I'm optimistic about life. Like, I'm actually hopeful about tomorrow. I know that something great is going to happen next week, next month. My life is going to get better and better. I know this. And I can't fucking wait for it. I'm so excited about the future. Well, in the past, I thought I would just fucking be addicted and just not get girls for the rest of my life or something because I was so unlucky. And I'd be sad forever because I was chronically depressed, right? They told me I'm chronically depressed, so it was going to be like this for the whole rest of my life. But it changed. Now I'm optimistic about life and unstoppable drive physically and mentally. I want to make my life better. I've just told you, I feel like my life is going to be better and better over time. And that's my unstoppable drive. Like, I'm not going to settle for anything less than my life getting better and better. I'm going to keep working towards it to make it better and better in every aspect. I don't know if you've seen on my Instagram, but I try to make every aspect of my life better. Like, I work out on my fucking grip, my fucking hair. If you don't know, I haven't washed my hair in 7 months now. 7. I mean, I've put hot water on it, but zero shampoo on my fucking hair for 7 months. And it's clean. It's fucking nice. Anyway, I try to improve everything. Yeah, next slide. So, can you see this? So who this program is for, right? I'm gonna get smaller if you. If you are dedicated to finally get fit and be proud of yourself, proud of your body for this summer. I say finally, because as I've told you, for 20 years I was a fucking fat fuck and I had no plan to ever get fit. Because I thought you don't need to get fit nowadays. You don't need to. Like, I actually have such a big brain. I'm too intelligent to be fit. That's actually what I thought. I thought I didn't need to be fit because I had too big of an IQ. I told you my parents are psychologists, psychiatrists, so they tested my IQ. I happened to have a very high IQ. So I was just cocky about it. I thought I was so intelligent that I didn't need to do anything else. I was on the right path because I'm so intelligent anyway. Which was bullshit, right? So, if you decided to finally change and be proud of yourself, because one thing's for sure, I wasn't proud of myself. If you are dedicated to become proud of yourself, this is for you. If you're tired of short-lived bursts of motivation and you want to learn unstoppable discipline, not have 1 week where you are full of energy. I was like this in England, especially in my boarding house and in my university accommodation. I would have 1 week where I just work out every day. I'm so motivated, blah blah blah. And then I do nothing for 3 months. And then I have another week of fucking full motivation, and then I do nothing for 5 months. And then another week, and then I do nothing for 2 months. I had bullshit discipline. I had no discipline. No discipline. It was just random spikes of motivation for no apparent reason at all. I guess it's because there was one guy in my uni course that was ripped as fuck. So I guess having him in my class just motivated me sometimes. Anyway, if you ever feel tired or lazy, I was like this, feeling tired every single fucking day of my life. I could just play video games in bed the whole day, you know, not wanting to stand up because your body feels tired. I felt tired. If you feel tired or lazy, and you feel yourself, and you find yourself unable to fulfill your commitments to relatives and coworkers, I say this because I mean, sometimes you cancel what people fucking you've agreed to do with other people because you want to play video games. You actually cancel the important stuff because you want to stay playing video games. Oh, can you hear this? That's my dog. Oh my god, I have to break. He's going to take a piss in my apartment. Hey, sorry about that. If you want to make your family proud and be impressed by your transformation, and then you can help them change their own lives, this is for you. I say this because my aunts keep telling me, oh my god, you've been such a great transformation. You've been such a great transformation for your cousins. You're such a good example now. It's great what you've been doing. And I keep getting fucking congratulated by my family, which is a great feeling. Who this is? Oops, sorry. Who this is not for. If you think that this is just a thing that you can like write in your story and say, oh yeah, I'm doing it, and then you'll get magically ripped. Like you magically get some muscles and you change your life. If you think magic is going to make it work, it's not for you. If you're not willing to learn new ways, new realities, and stay in your comfort bubble forever, this is not for you. Because I'm going to tell you about things that you believe right now to be reality. I'm going to tell you it's wrong. And you've been believing wrong things for your whole life. If you don't want to learn, this is not for you. If you want to stay in with the knowledge you currently have that is bullshit, this is not for you. If you're satisfied with an average body, average mindset, you know, the average fucking mediocrity, this is not for you. If you think it's normal to be average and it's good to be average, I don't want it, it's not for you. If you think that your day has less hours than everyone else, you know, I don't have time. My dog is making noise right now. Sorry. If you think your day has less hours than everyone else, you know, you think because you have a 9 to 5, but actually you start at 8 and you come home at 6 p.m., right? Such a long day. You think you don't have time. This is not for you, because I was working in professional kitchens from 8 a.m. to midnight, and I made it happen. I made it fucking happen on 16 hours work days. You have time. If you're not ready, you know, you have a fucking date in mind that, oh, right now I can't do it, but in September I can start for sure. Yeah, I'll do it in September, because right now I'm working, I have this going on. But in September I can definitely do it. Then you have bullshit in your mind. This is not for you. Oop. So, if you want to be part of the top 1%, the truth about getting abs is that you have to act like the 1%. Right? You're not born part of the 1%. Except if it's, you know, fucking size. Maybe you're born with the biggest one, and that you're born this way, alright? But anything else, anything that's achievements in the world, you're not born with them. You have to do them. So if you want to be the top 1%, you have to act like the top 1%. And 99% of people will never do it because they think that it falls on you, right? You're born like this, and they don't understand that you have to make the work to become this 1%. They think they can't spend time on themselves anymore because, you know, they're 32 and they think, oh my God, I'm too old now. I can't possibly spend time for myself anymore, right? They have a corrupted view on the reality in the food industry. They go to the supermarket, they see organic and they buy straight away, right? They see bio. In Europe, it's not organic, it's bio, which means it's somehow better, right? But it's not. It's not. But it's a marketing thing they do to make you think it's healthier. And people buy because they see the little green fucking bio thing, right? You need to learn everything else about food. You need to understand what goes into your body, why it got to your plate, and why it's making you the person that you are. Like, look at this. This is Nutella. Why did I buy 5 kilograms of Nutella? Because I was a big fucking addict. And that's my father who bought it. I was still like 15 years old. But it's fucking cool to have one. Like, you can flex now. Like, yo, look at my fucking Nutella. It's cool, right? It's funny. Except this is the best way to slow down your metabolism, Nutella. And to make you fat. But I didn't realize that. I was just a little fat fuck. This is spaghetti that I've made a long time ago when I was a student in England. It's vegan bolognese. So it's not bolognese, right? Because there's no meat. It's vegan. And the pasta is fucking whole wheat, like complete vegan type shit, you know? And why did I buy this shit? Make this shit? Because I was trying to do like the TV told me. That vegan is healthy, vegan is good. And I have to make sure he's not pissing in the fucking stairs. So, vegan is good and vegetables are great for you, and you actually don't need meat because it's bad to kill animals. That's brainwashing. I got brainwashed by TV. I was brainwashed by TV like everyone else. And that's me in the restaurant, you know. I was working in this meat house, like steak house. Look at these beautiful steaks, beautiful squaring on the steaks, right? Which is carcinogenic and useless. The black thing, it's Instagrammable, but it's a lot of things that people don't tell you and they don't even know themselves, the chefs. But it's unhealthy. But don't worry, I'm here for you. I'm not going to let you stay outside of the 1%. If you're watching me, it means you have potential. You are listening. Your mind is open. And that's the first step. Because most people, they don't have an open mind. They think they're born like this and that's it. So you have to understand that to have a top 1% physique, you need a top 1% mindset. Like, you don't get the physique without the mindset. Oh my God, he's so cute. Which means that being fit will immensely improve every aspect of your life, because you won't just be fit. You will have improved every aspect of your life. Ambition is required. Like, you need to want to become better to become the 1%. You don't accidentally become the 1%. You actually have to be working towards it on purpose to become it. Even if you don't believe you'll achieve it, you have to be acting for it. Give me a sec, he's really trying to piss right now. Peons, average people, we're in the matrix, right? View the world as the matrix. Average people are peons. The matrix makes them move. They don't move by themselves, right? So average people, peons, will shame you for trying to change your life as a defense mechanism, because they refuse to believe in your success. Peons can't fucking believe that another peon, because as long as you haven't freed yourself, you're still a peon. But sometimes some peons become successful and evolve. And peons fucking can't believe that other peons can succeed and not them, right? They don't believe anything about themselves, but they can't believe that others could. You need ambition. You need to believe you can change. You need to know that you make the decision to change. It's not just, you're not born to change. You make the decision to change. If you want to experience a different life, I'll teach you in this presentation how to eat as much as you want within the humans regime, how to train in the most efficient way to evolve into the physique that you want, how to control your mind and your life, because the biggest thing in this world is to control your mind. If you can control your mind, you can become anything you want to become. But you have to, I guess I don't control my mind enough to become a billionaire yet, but maybe at some point I will. Rather than being a victim of capitalism, this is a key concept. If you don't control your life, someone else controls your life for money, and you're fucking paying him. And how they also teach you how to reach long-term fulfillment through pride and honor. You don't chase short-term happiness, you chase pride. If you become proud of yourself, pride stays forever. You have to become proud of yourself, not go clubbing tonight because the dopamine spike is nice, you know. Become proud of yourself, and you'll see that going clubbing doesn't make you proud in any way. So you have to change what you do. Who am I? As I told you, I thought I was, I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you? I don't know. I've always been lazy my whole life. I thought I was born like this. I was addicted to video games up to 18 hours a day. I've been eating mainstream foods my whole life, you know, Nutella and all this shit, Coca-Cola. I would play video games and have a 2 liters bottle of Coca-Cola next to my computer every day. That I would down every day. Just eating random bullshit that's on TV in the supermarket. Chronically depressed, rejected every single time I approached a girl. Happened like 15 times, yeah, or something. I thought I would be fine because my parents would be there to provide, you know, I wouldn't have any issue. And I was drinking in university. That's chronic depression. That's peak chronic depression. That's me in my vomit. And that's the hours I have on one video game. And that's not all my accounts, because my oldest account was deleted, and there was probably 10,000 hours on it. So there's like 8,000 hours of video games on this French video game. I also destroy Minecraft, League of Legends. I have probably 40,000 hours of video games in my life. And one day I decided, this day here, I looked at the mirror, I saw this guy, I was like, whoa, that's me? I was so shocked that I took a picture. I was like, no way, that's me? And I decided, I'm not going any lower than this. And then it slowly fucking happened that I changed. Found a kitchen job because I decided after COVID, after my politics diploma, I have a politics diploma from England, that I would never sit in a fucking office with other people complaining, because that's what politics is. Fucking leftist complaining. So I decided I wouldn't do this ever in my life. What could I do for fun? Cooking. I like cooking. I've always been making crepes. You probably have started following me from this crepe video, right? I was making crepes from the age of fucking 5 by myself. I made probably 1 million crepes in my life. So I like cooking. I went to cooking school, then I found a cooking job. And I discovered the superpowers that your body has as a human. In kitchens, in real kitchens, where you work until there is no fucking work to be done. You learn how to work a lot. 16 hours, more than this. 6 days a week. You push your body beyond what you believe is even fucking possible. And your body just acts. It does. It does. It doesn't care that you feel tired. It just acts. And I felt misaligned with French gastronomy afterwards. After a couple, 3 years of work in kitchens, I realized that gastronomy, I've been in very high-end restaurants, like 5-star hotels in Paris, in the restaurant of the second best chef in the world, Gilles Goujon. Great chef. But French gastronomy, turns out that French gastronomy is very unhealthy. It's completely unhealthy. And as a fit person, I wanted to change my life. I wanted to become fit. I could not just agree with this. I didn't want to keep staying in this job that I didn't agree as a concept. I'm not going to work into making people fat and slow down their metabolisms and ruin their lives. I want to help people. So the human regime, the new frame of mind I've designed. I've tried different things before. I've tried the fucking One Punch Man workout. I've tried losing weight with the fucking internet hacks and YouTube and every fucking videos about fitness I've watched. Different diets, different training. I've tried vegan, I've tried keto, I've tried carnivore, I've tried everything. I can tell you now, carnivore is fucking amazing. But if you want to gain mass, it's not the best. Months later, after trying everything, I found a way to reframe my mind and to reach your fitness goals. Because I had transformed myself already. But now I know enough about all the diets, all the workout possibilities to tell you how you can work out the best way and transform yourself from an A taper, look at me, I was an A, to a V taper. That's the proudest transformation I have. I went from an A to a V. I'm very proud of this. Next. So here's what the human regime consists of. Going back to your primal needs. What do you need as a human? So it's going to be in 3 steps, right? First, you have to awaken, understand your situation. Understand you are a peon in the matrix. You're just something, someone, a peon. You're something, right? That capitalism is trying to make money from. And you live your life around this. You go clubbing, you think, oh, clubbing is so fun. You're wasting all your money, all your savings into alcohol. That's killing you. There's nothing good about going out. You don't help yourself in any way. And you're happy to do it, to make someone else profit. You need to awaken, understand what's happening in the world. People try to sell you sugar, and you eat it. You're addicted to it. 2, experience. You need to live a different version of life. You need to understand that life is not just the one you're living right now. If you apply a different mindset, it changes everything. Your life can be completely different, and then you'll have more experience as a human being alive. It's amazing. I'm so happy of having lived such a broad fucking life of experiences because I've changed. Changing allows for a whole new set of possible experiments that you can do in your life. 3, operate. Once you have opened your mind, awoken, and realize that you can experience different lives with different diets, different routines. You just have to operate and do what you know. Every day, and you never stop. You need to keep your routine on point to never stop, because if you stop, that's when you fall back down. There's no such thing as staying on the side fucking path, you know? You're either growing or you're dying. That's nature. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not growing, you are dying. You need to be growing forever. Each step is essential for a lifelong change. You can't skip mindset, you can't skip diet, and you can't skip performance. If you skip mindset, you're going to be fit for the summer, maybe. And then you're going to get fat for winter. And then you'll be depressed because you're fat and you've seen yourself fall down. And that's very depressing. And you'll be depressed until the next summer. And if hopefully you feel better in the next summer, you can work out again, change your body again, maybe. And then fall off again in winter. You need the mindset to keep it forever. You need the diet because the diet changes your brain. You are what you eat. This isn't some bullshit. If you eat shit, if you eat sugar, if you eat capitalistic food, you become a peon. You become what the fucking Matrix has fed you. Shit. You need to put good stuff in you to have a good mind to work properly. and performance. Having the mindset and the diet but sitting your ass down doing nothing is not going to transform you. You need to act every day, to work out, to go out, walk, to fucking run, to be a human. That's why it's called the human regime. So here's how you apply everything. Your awakening, what's the awakening? You have to understand how broken the modern mainstream lifestyle is, right? People that go out, buy Starbucks every morning, maybe twice a week. When I was in university, I was buying myself a bubble tea every Thursday because, it was just on the way to this campus I was going to on Thursdays. So I had a bubble tea, extra large bubble tea every Thursday. It was making me fat, I can tell you this. Understand the dynamics of nature. You are not a fucking cow. You don't eat grains. Humans are on top of the food chain. If you haven't noticed, we control everything, pretty much. So if you eat like the bottom of the food chain with grains, your mind will not be an apex predator. You need to eat like the fucking apex predators do to have the mind of an apex predator, which means meat, animals, real food, not fucking grains for cows that have 8 stomachs. Understand your place as an animal in the wild. You are an animal. You are not a cocky fucking human, arrogant, that thinks he's too smart to work out. You're an animal just like everything else on this planet. So drop down your ego and you'll change your life. You need to view everything from a new perspective. Once you have done those 3 steps, you have a new perspective. The mainstream lifestyle. So, you need to understand addiction, society and cravings, the world that's built around you. This is all sugars. And sugar is useless, nutritiously useless. Useless, completely useless. You don't need sugar for energy, you need fats. Sugar is useless. So what is all this bullshit? In a Starbucks, I think, it's all here to make you addicted. It's not here to feed you, it's here to make you addicted so you buy it again every time you come. It's sugar. Sugar is only fucking addicting. Because sugar creates cravings, and cravings are addiction. You buy again. And also, there's bread, there's sandwiches. Bread is a sugar. Bread is fucking addicting. Haven't you fucking noticed? What people eat at home in restaurants. In restaurant, you think you eat better, right? Because it's a restaurant, they've cooked. But you don't know what's happening in the behind of the kitchen. I can tell you, it's not because it's a restaurant that it's clean and high quality. The chefs are probably fat, and if the chefs are fat, they don't know about how to be fit, how to feel good in themselves. They don't. So, you need to learn about this food concept. Peer pressure from your circle. People around you will tell you that, why are you so hard on yourself? Why do you can't even enjoy life? You don't even allow yourself some Nutella. You don't allow yourself a fucking donut. Why do you do this? Life is shit if you don't allow yourself. That's peons saying this. They're peer pressurizing you to do it. Don't listen. Medicines for anything. People want to fucking take medicines for anything. The importance of hormones. You need to understand that the reason you feel like you do is because you have a certain hormone balance right now. If you felt good, it's because you have a different hormone balance. If you feel bad, you have a different hormone balance. If you feel angry as fuck, you have a different hormone balance. It's all your hormones that make your feelings. And if you eat like shit, you will have bullshit hormones. And the world before capitalism and industrialization. So you see all this shit. There's fucking medicines and like what, shampoos and shit like this, probably perfumes. Like we lived for 13 billion years, guys. As fucking human living things on the planet. If you go back 100 years, all this here, it's a lot of things, right? It didn't exist. It didn't exist, and we lived perfectly healthy in better condition than today. 2, the reality of nature. That's nature, guys. Go look outside. I mean, Paris doesn't look like this, but that's what nature is. If you look outside, you don't see nature, you don't see green anytime ever. Of course, you get brainwashed by the system. You need to get in contact with nature more. You need to understand what a primal man, a primal woman, not a fucking donkey that's sat, not donkey, not a fucking peon sat on his office. No, you go out, you fucking look at this monkey here. He's hanging one-handed. You can't do that. I know you can't do that because it took me like a year of working out to be able to hang with one hand. It's difficult to hang with one hand, but that's fucking routine for a monkey. You are a monkey. We are both monkeys. You should be able to do that. If you can't, you're a fat fuck. Humans in the addiction society. You're not in nature anymore. You're in addiction society. The predators and the prey. You're on top of the food chain. You're an apex predator. Don't eat like prey. And if you eat like prey, you become a prey because your mind becomes so slow. You have such brain fog, you don't know because you haven't experienced anything different, but you have the mind of a prey if you don't have the mind of a predator. Oh shit. The human diet, which is the diet in the human regime. And the importance of timing your meals. Timing your meals changes how you feel completely. You wouldn't fucking believe. Stop eating breakfast. That's free game right here for you. And you'll feel better overall, forever. You'll just feel better. Breakfast is useless. And if you eat breakfast, don't eat sugar. Eat eggs and or steak or sausages, like protein breakfast. And no bread. Will change your life. Most efficient brain you will experience. As I told you, if you put sugars in your brain, you have brain fog, it slows down. Don't do that. Eat protein. Second point is wilderness. You need to raise your standards, connect your ambition to your current state. What did I mean by this? You need to raise your standards as a fucking human, bro. If your standards are to go to work, come back, and watch TV for 30 minutes, watch the news maybe on TV. It's the news, you know, it's okay to watch the news. And then you wait for your girlfriend to come home and you watch one episode of Netflix. It's okay because it's just one episode. That's wasted 30 minutes watching the news, wasted time on fucking Netflix. Time that you could be walking or working out or having fucking sex, which is more physical, which would make you feel better. Or going out to buy food, buy healthy stuff. You need to do things that work for you. If you watch TV, you are not bringing, like the TV is not bringing anything to you. You're bringing money to the TV channels, and knowing the news on TV will never help you. The news is useless. If it was important enough, you would know it from fucking social media already. And don't tell me you don't use social media. You do, too much, just like everyone. And even if you try to reduce it, 1 hour of social media a day is good. 1 hour is good. You would know much more than fucking 30 minutes of TV will ever teach you. And Netflix, useless as fuck. Don't get fucking, cancel your subscription, you'll save money. And use this money to do something cool, like buying a gym membership. You need to understand yourself and eat like the apex predator that you are. Understand yourself means if you feel like shit, it's because of what you've eaten. If you feel good, it's because of what you've eaten or not eaten. You need to understand how your digestive system works, how your metabolism works. This is so important. People ignore, they think they're born with slow metabolism. You're not. You create your metabolism every single day with what you eat. You need to experience the systems and transform your identity. When you'll have understood your metabolism, changed your actions to fit your ambitions, you'll have a new identity. I'm not the same person I was when I was the guy vomiting on the balcony. I'm not the same person. I have a new identity now. And you create a new lifestyle through those habits. You build habits. And repetition is important. That's why you build a routine. Because it forces you to repeat the things you do. And when you repeat them, you get better at them. And then when you've done them every single day for 1 year, 2 years, 500 days of working out, at the time I'm speaking is 500 days. You get so much better if you improve 1% every day. Discipline, you don't get it magically. You don't become disciplined one day. Or you're not born disciplined. It comes by trying over and over again. Even if you fail, no matter the noise. The noise is failing. If you fail, it's okay. Keep going. Don't give up because you failed. Discipline comes from keeping on going. Even if you fail, you keep going. If you fail and then you stop, you've done it all for nothing. You've just gotten a free depression for you. Now, I'm trying to go faster because, I yap so much. Your standards are your safety net. So this is my to-do list every morning. 4:30 alarm. Sometimes I move it around, right? Because I have a dog now. The dog takes me some work, right? I'm not living alone anymore. After that, my life became a little bit. So, sit-ups. This day was abs, but push-ups. I read a book for an hour. I walk 10,000 steps a day. And cold shower. This is my day every day. What are your standards? This is my standards. Now understand, if I do this every single day, sit-ups, I read a book for an hour, I do 10,000 steps and I take a cold shower every single day for 500 days, what happens? My mind becomes so much more fucking developed than someone who doesn't do any of this. Because this improves me as a person maybe 1% every day, maybe more, because when you read a book 1 hour a day, sometimes you learn life-changing ideas, which maybe improve you as a person like 20% in a day. And if you do this every day, you become so much better as a person. Do this, have a routine, change your life. What are your standards? Do you tolerate everything? Do you feel, it's okay, I didn't do the push-ups today, it's okay. It's okay, I'll just have one Nutella today. It's fine, it's okay. Every time you say it's okay, you allow yourself to be a piece of shit. You downgrade, you die. I told you, you can only improve. If you don't improve, you tolerate, you die. So you need to raise your standards. Again, I repeat it because it's very fucking important. This is not your standards right now. Make this your standards. At least, improve your situation right now. See yourself evolve by applying every day. Look, this was already a long time into the process, like a year or something, a year and a half, a year and 3 months. 3 months later, can you believe this is a 3 months transformation? This happened because I understood I was improving every day my ways of working out and in diet. And then you have crazy transformations like this every 3 months. Every 3 months I have a new picture, a new transformation to do. Isn't it crazy? Because transformation is actually fast. Then, see yourself evolve. Yeah, that's what I said. You can never fall lower than your standards. This is key. If you do this every day, no matter how bad you feel, no matter what happens in your life, you can have someone die. If you keep doing the routine, it's going to keep you on an upward fucking trajectory. Even if life is very tough, it keeps you going in the right direction. Never fall lower than your standards. I mean, you can't. If they're actually your standards, it means you can't do anything less than them. So if you commit to your standards, to a certain set of standards, they will make you a new person and keep you on an upwards trajectory forever. Raise your expectation higher and higher every time. If this is too easy, add something. Add a fifth box, like, I don't know. Maybe you just read books for 2 hours or some bullshit, or you learn a new language at the same time. You increase it, you make it harder and harder. Okay. Understand your body and mind. So this one, I did nothing here. Wasn't working out, wasn't going to work out. I was a fat fuck in Italy. throwing some rocks. And here I was motivated. I was still skinny, but I lost all the fat. That's when I lost 20 kilos of fat. I was like this after losing 20 kilos of fat. I was motivated here. Very small, but motivated. So experience different sensations from food. I felt good here because I was improving what I was eating. I felt like shit here. My dog is yawning. Understand that your mind is your enemy. Your mind always wants to take the easy way. You've heard it, but you don't take it seriously. Every decision you make is your mind trying to have an easy life. So fight your mind. Everything you know is taught to you by others. Everything you know is the matrix telling you stuff. Your family telling you stuff. Friends telling you stuff. It's always from the outside. Everything you know. I'm trying to teach you now from the outside. You have to accept it and realize what I'm doing. Trying to improve your life. And I'm actually on your side. Develop your temple. Your body is your temple. Take care of it. Because if you don't, the matrix will take care of it and make you fat and ugly and slow. They keep you under control. That's why they do it. Develop your temple instead of... Yeah, sorry, I just said that. Focus on becoming proud of yourself. You don't want short-term gratification. You don't want Nutella. You want to become proud of yourself. This made me proud when I was here. Alright? That's why I took a picture, because I was proud. And every time you transform, you're proud again. The third step is to operate. You need to apply the systems you've built forever and with ease. With ease, because if you've changed your mind with it, it becomes easy. And when it's easy, you can just keep going and it's going to be your routine. And a routine takes no effort if it's a routine. It's going to be difficult at the beginning, but once you've learned it, it keeps your mind going forever. You improve the systems as you learn. You know, if you have more diet knowledge, you improve your diet. You have more working out knowledge, you improve your working out. And you make them proud. You make your family proud because they see you change. Your cousins see you change. Your cousins become proud of you. Your smaller cousins, your smaller brothers and sisters. You inspire your family. You inspire your friends. Become that person. And once you're making everything happen, that's operating. But what I mean is operating, you can do it forever. It doesn't stop. It's a never-ending process. So, you go through different diet phases, bulk cut, you experiment carnivore diet, carb cycling, and more. You experiment different workout techniques. You practice everything with intent. You need to do it because you know that you want to become better. Not because I have to do it. You know you want to become better, and that's what it takes. It takes never giving up. And happiness will ever only be in the process. It comes because you know that you have progress. You know that you're proud. My God, I can hear this dog. So happiness will only ever be a process. It's only once you're proud of what you've done that you'll be happy. Not by chasing short-term happiness. Now, not only do I look very fit, look at this, I look more manly, I'm more respected in social situations. Just because I look bigger, people respect me more. When you look like a young, skinny piece of small guy, people see you as a child, as a young man, not as a man. This is a man, not a young man. So I get respected more. People look up to me in my family, on Instagram, people look at me more, look up to me more. From my previous middle school, there's kids still there looking up to me. And everywhere my family is proud of me. My family keeps telling me that, oh, it's so good for your cousins to have this inspiration. You're doing great. It's a great feeling to have your family tell you that you're doing great. And my priority now is to feed my mind and my body. Not to fucking pay clubs to get me in or buy stuff for girls. I would do this all the time. Buy stuff for girls that don't deserve it. Don't get me going on this topic. I was prioritizing others instead of me and my own body and mind. But I'm at peace now. Everything's cool, everything's chill. I'm proud of the process. And I know that it's going to keep getting better and better. Amazing. So, I want to help you change your life. This is the transformation I was telling you about. On the first one, I lost 20 kilos. On the second one, I gained 20 kilos of muscles. The dog is fucking playing now. Anyway, so if you think that you can become more than your current standards, if you know that you currently have no standards and you can make them much higher to become better, inevitably, this is a good system for you. If you believe that you were put on this earth to become more than average, you're tired of being around people that act in ways that makes them more and more average. They're not getting out of their averageness because they keep doing the same things and they keep going to buy the weed with the fucking dealer. They keep going to the same club where they know they won't have fun, right? They'll just forget everything because they'll be so blacked out. But they'll just keep going as a mechanism, you know? If you're tired of this fucking mediocrity, you know you can be better than this. This is a good system for you. Or if your situation is complex, you know, maybe you're halfway there, but you can't manage to do it by yourself and you need guidance. I can help you to reach your dream physique and change your mind and change your life. And if you're striving to feel proud of your accomplishments, finally feel proud, because I have nothing to be proud of here. Nothing to be proud of. Nothing. Maybe proud to have 40,000 hours of video games. I'm not proud of this now. It just makes me one of the geekest guys on the planet. It is what it is. You don't decide where you're born. If you're motivated to have the fastest growth in your life, this first transformation took 6 months. 6 months of fat burn, and this was 2 years of muscle growth. 2 years of muscle growth. I thought it would take 10 years to become this big. It took 2 years. It's actually very short when you know what you're doing and when you're helped by the right people. I won't actually say I had a slow transformation because my first year I had intent to do it, so I still did it fast, but I didn't have much knowledge. And the knowledge really took me to the next level fast. I gained 10 kilos of muscles in like 4 months. In the past 4 months, I gained 10 kilos of muscles. I have proof on Instagram, you can come check it. So, if you are this kind of person, I can guide you to build abs in 3 months. Wherever you're from, unless you're like very fat, maybe it's going to take 6. But I promise you that I can get you abs within a 3 to 6 months time frame. If you're already fit, already average, if you're more like this, you know, you can get abs in 3 months. And with minimal restrictions, I wrote. I was eating everything I wanted, guys. I was never starving myself. I was always eating more than 2 people combined. So if you're interested in changing your life like this, in my way of doing things, you can book a call with me in the description, and we can have a coaching call and see if you're actually a person that's motivated and ready to do it. Because I don't want to be doing this, to be helping people that will try for 2 weeks and then give up and not tell me anything, fucking block me or fucking ghost me for a month and then come back like, hey, I'm ready to do it. I don't want this bullshit. If you're motivated to change your life because you're tired of the averageness, tired of fucking Big fat, guys. The world is evolving fast. You don't have time to be average anymore. You can book a call with me down there. And if you are not actually following me on Instagram, come check me out. And I'll teach you more stuff in my stories every day. And I'll help you change your life. But I need you to, if you're actually motivated to change, please come change your life with me. Like, I'm trying to change people's lives. And some people will just wait for the right month. And I don't want that for you. My ex, you know what? My ex, she kept saying when I got with her, like, oh, in August, like for summer, I'll get fit. And then after summer, she was like, oh, in September, I'll get fit, right? After summer break. And then in September, she was like, oh, in 2024, I'll get fit. And she kept pushing it further and further into the future at a certain date and never did it. And that's why we broke up. So, I want you to be able to do this change. Please change. Please, if you need the motivation, this one guy that's going to change your life, to push you to the edge. I'm here to push you to the edge. Book a call with me, guys. You really need this. Thanks for watching. That was a long fucking yap. Thanks for listening to all this if you did. I hope it helped you a little bit. Or a lot. And I'll see you on a one-to-one call. Thanks for watching.